Hi, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to do a comparison of these two East African cities, Kampala and Kisumu City. Kisumu is the third largest city in Kenya after the capital, Nairobi, and Mombasa. It is the second largest city after Kampala in the Lake Victoria Basin. The city limit has a population of slightly over 600,000. The metro region, including Maseno and Ahero, has over 1.2 million people. Kisumu City is believed to be one of the oldest settlements in Kenya. Historical records indicate that Kisumu was dominated by diverse communities at different times long before Europeans arrived. The people from the Nandi, Kalenjin, Kisii, Maasai, Luo and Luhya communities converged at the tip of Lake Victoria and called the place Sumo, which literally means a place of barter trade. Each community called it different names. For instance, the Luo called it Kisumo, meaning a place to look for food, such that the Luo would say, "I am going Kisuma," to mean, "I am going to look for food." The Abaluya called it Abasuma, which means a place to borrow food, such that the Luhya would say, "I am going Kusuma," to mean, "I am going to borrow food." The Abagusi called it Ijazumu, meaning a structure for keeping, rearing chicken. It is believed the Abagusi were in Kisumu but found Kisumu was not good for crop husbandry and agriculture. The Nandi called it Kisumet, which means a place where food was found during times of scarcity and exchange, which cannot be attacked by Nandi and Tarik irrespective of any issue. 11. Industries are centered on processing agricultural products, brewing, and textile manufacturing. Asians once constituted more than 1/4 of the population, but declined after independence in 1963. The city's growth and prosperity slowed down temporarily in 1977, as a result of the collapse of the East African community. However, the city spurred with the reformation of the community in 1996 and with its designation as a city. The port has been stimulated by the transformation of international business and trade, as well as the shipments of goods destined for Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Currently, Kisumu is one of the fastest growing cities in Kenya. It is thriving with the sugar and rice irrigation industries, whose contribution to the national economy is immense due to its natural resources and is the epicenter for business in Kenya. Apart from being an important political city, it is one of the premier industrial and commercial centers in Kenya. It is also an intellectual city with many PhDs per capita than any other provincial cities in Kenya. The city is currently undergoing an urban rejuvenation of the downtown and lower town, which includes modernizing the lakefront, decongesting main streets, and making the streets pedestrian-friendly. 6. Culturally, Kisumu serves as the center of the Luo people of East Africa. It was the most prominent urban center in the pre-colonial, post-colonial, and modern eras for natives of the Kavirondo region. It was briefly renamed Port Florence, before its name was reverted back. The city serves as the capital of Kisumu County and was the immediate former capital of now-defunct Nyanza Province. It is an important link in the trade route between Lake Victoria and Mombasa because of its water and rail connections. It is also the chief terminus for the agricultural produce of Nyanza and western regions. 7. Kisumu International Airport has regular flights to Nairobi and other neighboring cities such as Mombasa. According to the United Nations, Kisumu is now recognized as a key city and a Millennium City, the first of its kind in the world and also in East Africa. 8. Its elevation is 1,131 meters, 3,711 feet, above sea level. Kisumu is about 320 kilometers, 200 miles, northwest of Nairobi and is located on the shores of Lake Victoria. It lies at the northeastern edge of the Wynnum Gulf, a long, shallow arm that protrudes from the main body of Lake Victoria. 9. Kisumu is 24 kilometers, 15 miles, south of the equator and has, due to its elevation, moderate temperatures. The metropolitan region comprises the city and its suburbs and satellite towns of Masino, Kondal, and Ahiro. 10. Kampala, Uganda. Kampala is the capital and largest city of Uganda. The city proper has a population of 1,680,006 and is divided into the 5 political divisions of Kampala Central Division, Kawempe Division, Makindi Division, Nakawa Division, and Rubaga Division. Kampala's metropolitan area consists of the city proper and the neighboring Wakiso District, Mukono District, Mpigi District, Buikwe District and Luweero District. It has a rapidly growing population that is estimated at 6,709,900 people in 2019 by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics 7, in an area of 8,451.9 kilometers to 3,263.3 square miles. In 2015, this metropolitan area generated an estimated nominal GDP of $13.80221 billion, constant US dollars of 2011, according to Xuantong Wang et al. 8, which was more than half of Uganda's GDP for that year, indicating the importance of Kampala to Uganda's economy. Kampala is reported to be among the fastest-growing cities in Africa, with an annual population growth rate of 4.03%, 9 by city mayors. Mercer, a New York-based consulting firm, has regularly ranked Kampala as East Africa's best city to live in, 10-11 ahead of Nairobi and Kigali. Etymology. Edit. Kampala originally referred to only the present-day Old Kampala Hill, on whose summit Fort Lugard was located, and the initial headquarters of the British colonial authorities in the soon-to-be Uganda Protectorate. Citation needed. Before the British construction of Fort Lugard, the hill was a hunting reserve of the Kabaka, king of Buganda, and had several species of antelope, especially the impala. As a result, when the British colonial officials were allocated this hill by the then Kabaka, king of Buganda, they referred to it as the Hill of the Impala. Citation needed. The Buganda, in whose territory this British settlement was located, then translated Hill of the Impala as Okasozi Kampala. This was then shortened to Kampala and finally Kampala. Kasozi means hill, K, of, and Impala the plural of Impala. Hence the name Kampala came to refer to this initial British colonial settlement that would later on spread out from the occupied Old Kampala Hill near the pre-existing Kibuga, capital of the Buganda Kingdom. Efforts are underway to relocate heavy industry to the Kampala Business and Industrial Park, located in Namindi, Mukono District, approximately 14 kilometers (8.7 miles) east of the city's central business district, 57, thereby cutting down on city traffic congestion. Some of the businesses that maintain their headquarters in the city center include all of the 25 commercial banks licensed in Uganda, the New Vision Group, the leading news media conglomerate and majority owned by the government, and the Daily Monitor publication, a member of the Kenya-based Nation Media Group. Air Uganda maintained its headquarters in an office complex on Kololo Hill in Kampala. 58 Crown Beverages Limited, the sole Pepsi-Cola franchise bottler in the country, is situated in Nakawa, a division of Kampala, about 5 kilometers 3 miles east of the city center. 59. The informal sector is a large contributor to Kampala's GDP. Citizens who work in the formal sector also participate in informal activities to earn more income for their families. A public servant in Kampala, for example, may engage in agriculture in addition to working in the formal sector. Other informal fields include owning taxis and urban agriculture. The use of Kampala's wetlands for urban farming has increased over the past few decades. It connects the informal rural settlements with the more industrialized parts of the city. The produce grown in the wetlands is sold in markets in the urban areas. In December 2015, Google launched its first Wi-Fi network in Kampala. While more than 30% of Kampala's inhabitants practice urban agriculture, the city of Kampala donated 13 hectares, 32 acres, to promote urban agriculture in the northeastern parish of Kianja, in Nakawa Division. That's all for today. Until next time. Goodbye.